यज्ञातात् कर्मणोऽन्यत्र लोकोऽयं कर्म बन्धनः तदर्थं कर्म कौन्तेय मुक्तसङ्गसमाचरात्.
Yagyartat, for the sake of sacrifice. Giving up or sacrificing is what? It is something that you would otherwise do. Anything that we let go, anything that we give up to do something else is sacrifice. We saw that in sannyasa also. When you let go of the lower to attain the higher. If we are doing Kapalbhati, you have to first of all let go of your sleep. And second of all, you have to say that today I've done 500, tomorrow I'm going to do 1000. Giving up 500 to go to 1000. So giving up of the lower to attain the higher, giving up of something to attain something else, what you would otherwise do. If I have to lose weight, I have to give up on sleep, get up an hour early and go for running or walking or whatever other form of physical exercise that I need to do. And when that happens is when you work for the higher ideal. So in this example of losing weight, that losing weight, the need for exercise, the need for keeping my body fitter, that is the higher ideal. That is nothing but what we have seen earlier as Ishvara Arpanam, Ishvara Arpana Buddhi. So giving up, sacrificing, Ishvara Arpana, Yagyarthat. So Bhagavan is introducing a very interesting concept here, the spirit of Yagya, the spirit of cooperative endeavor. Yagya is nothing but cooperative endeavor. What is that? Cooperative endeavor. See, the law of the jungle, the law of economics in the modern world are the same. Each one is for himself, cutthroat competition, crush someone who can be crushed. Don't even think twice about it. Every species in this planet, under the universal law, it is created to have love, tenderness, mercy, kindness. But the human being has crossed beyond. Except the human being. Otherwise, you will see, look around, you will see that every species follow these fundamental universal laws. Imagine if the sun took a holiday, one of the most quoted examples, okay, and that too a paid holiday. What would happen? Ultimately, the North and the South Pole would meet each other. The Earth will collapse into each other. The two extremes will get into each other. So deriving pleasure from working for the higher ideal is called worship, yagya. It is nothing but yagyo vaihi ishvara. Sacrifice for the Ishvara, sacrifice for the higher ideal. And Bhagavan says, karmanonyatra, karmanonyatra, any other action other than what? Other than the yagyarthat. Anything else other than for the sake of sacrifice, lokoyam karma bandhanaha. Any other action lokoyam by the people leads to karma bandhanaha, bondage due to those actions itself. The cause for the bondage is those actions. You get bound to those actions. For example, if I don't get up and go to work out and do my run, I am bound to sleep. So I'll get bound to that action by that action. By the action of sleeping, I am bound to sleeping. And I give up on the higher, which is the exercise, which is good for me. In this case, it is obvious that exercise is better for me than sleep. To the contrary, if I'm sleeping 2 hours a night and I'm not even sleeping 2 hours a night, it's complete opposite. Sometimes when you're not able to sleep, insomnia, you are giving up on what is necessary for basic maintenance of the body. And Bhagavan gives the instruction, samachara karma kaunteya tadartam mukta sangaha. Samachara means perform with excellence this karma action, O Kaunteya, O son of Kunti. Samachara karma kaunteya tadartam, for that sake, for the sake of sacrifice. then you will be Mukta Sangha, which means free from all attachments. If you do it for the sake of sacrifice, you will be set free of the attachment. So I'm aware of this ashram which was started near Ooty. In Ooty hills, ashrams are difficult to start because by 3:30, 4 o'clock, the sun is down, people start feeling cold, and in the hill stations, life comes to a standstill. If not after 3:30, 4 o'clock, definitely after 5 o'clock. Life is just quiet, it's all quiet in the hills. So, it was very difficult to start the ashram, and obviously when you start an ashram, you need funds. So the secretary of the ashram went to collect funds. There was this lorry company owner from whom the funds were being collected, one of the prospective donors, who was known to be a pretty miserly fellow. So he would say, come tomorrow. And that come tomorrow continued for 9 days, 8 or 9 days. Okay, and it was come tomorrow, come tomorrow. On the 8th day, this person was so annoyed. I keep telling you, come tomorrow. Don't you understand? Why are you keeping on coming here? He said, sir, shall I come tomorrow? The secretary says. This guy got angry, the lorry owner. He spat on his face, literally spat, spit on his face. This guy, the secretary, calmly took out his handkerchief, wiped his face, and then he says, sir, this is for me. What is for Lord Krishna, for whom the ashram is being built? So, this guy was truly, and otherwise a very determined person, hard worker. He was hell-bent on, making sure that one of the followers is this person who is fairly miserly. So, true feeling of that I feeling is gone away. Mukta Sangha, completely, that didn't even feel that sense of insult for that purpose of service. Because otherwise he was a perfectly fine gentleman, not a insult taker. He will give it when it is required. Life, like I said the other day, is a series of actions. So in this case, this person, from a series of actions perspective, he was perfectly fine. But in this case, he took it. For what? For the bigger cause that he was working towards. Mukta Sangha. Beautiful example that I have witnessed, through someone else though, but yeah. So this led me to think, some of my experiences. So we were setting up this organization, the India Center of an American company. And typically when you set up an organization in India, there are two promoters. And these promoters are actually two individual human beings. You have to go find two individuals. It's a very funny way to, defined by the registrar of companies. I don't know if they've changed it. There was some recent amendment. They may have changed it, but I am talking about 2001, 2002, 2001. So at that time, two individuals are promoters and set up the organization. Once the organization gets registered, the ownership is transferred to shareholders in the organization from these individuals. So like I said, this was turn of the century, and Enron had happened, a lot of corporate debacles in corporate America. Enron was a big failure, and the American corporation, the head office was very extremely, careful. So they said, two individuals, unknown people, we cannot trust, we will not do this. So then Ernst & Young was the advisor, who was helping us set up the company, and I am supposed to run the organization, set up and run the organization in India. So Ernst & Young and we went to the registrar's office, and he was very firm that this is the rule and you got to follow the rule. And we were trying to explain and logically reason with him, saying that the rule is to have two promoters. And the corporation is saying that we will have two promoters in that case, where the American entity and the Dutch entity of that organization. So two institutional promoters instead of two individual promoters. So the registrar was very adamant. And we got documents and all that. And it so happened that all the Netherlands company documents were in Dutch language. That irritated him and he threw us out, especially the E&Y guy. Ernst & Young is a company that deals with these people often. For me, he's just looking at me as a person who is setting up an India center, whereas the E&Y guy is looking at him as a consultant. And like I said, that previous example, lorry company owner spitting, he didn't spit, but it was equal. You know, the insult was pretty bad. Just threw us out, especially the E&Y guy. The reason is because later on he called me, he said, "Aap aa jaiye, you please come and sit down." So, and he said, "Don't ever come in front of my face." So this poor guy, he was actually insulted and he went and sat outside waiting for me. But guess what? By then, both of us were married to the bigger cause. The first bigger cause was, by the way, it so happened that the founder of this company was my brother. So I was very passionate about, setting this up in India. The second thing was that we had made a commitment, that we will set this up. This was something that it was almost looking like, and the American corporation was saying, so if you're not able to do it, let's forget it. We will look at other plans. We will not set up the office in India and so on. But we had made a commitment. And the third thing was that there was this opportunity to build a technology ecosystem in India, right? I mean, this, if you see in the 2 decades spanning from, say, around 95 to 2015, the tech industry in India went like that. And, this was a huge opportunity for us to contribute to the technology ecosystem in India. So all this were, quote unquote, the higher ideal for the two of us. And this seemed to be a big quandary. We were all stuck in it. Every single day for the next 4 months, we went and sat in front of the registrar's office. Every single day, not a day, not without fail, except when the office was closed. When there was a public holiday, Sunday, we would not go. Every other day, we went and sat there. And we, logically argued the reasons. And for a few days, for about 2-3 months of those 4 months, nothing. We just used to sit outside the office. He wouldn't meet us. After about 1.5 months, he said, "Acha, please give them tea." So we got some tea while we were sitting. And after about 2.5 months, he said, "Okay, come inside. What do you want? I've told you so many times." But we were able to somehow convince him and show him that legally it is possible to do what we are saying. And finally, it happened. So essentially, that Mukta Sangha, that dedication to that higher ideal, and when you completely devote yourself into that without a selfish purpose, because it was very easy for both of us, to just leave and do something else in life. 4 months is not a joke, but the satisfaction that you get after doing this is immense. It is absolutely immense.